that's when I actually started to get a bit more better. But also my kind of like my downfall a little bit of just me. As soon as I got into that TAFE, I noticed that like this is for real, and the fact that like this is way more different than what school would usually educate you with photography. After a year of doing that TAFE course, or a year and a half, I'm not really too sure, I started to compare myself to a lot of like photographers in my class, and I started to go like, this is quite difficult. And I found things quite difficult to the point where my health did start to downfall a little bit. And then that like kind of stopped me doing photography for a little bit. It didn't stop me completely, but like to the point where I'll be literally looking at my camera going like, oh, I'll take photos tomorrow. And then I just kept on repeating that pattern. But to the point where now I'm actually doing photos, taking photos. But back then I had to maintain to just focus on my health, because your health is the most important thing with these things. And just to, you know, make sure that your health is all right, and then to the point where you can actually focus on other things rather than your health, which, you know, you can still focus on your health obviously, but have these little hobbies you do. And to the point where right now I'm trying to make this a full-time thing, trying to make social media a full-time thing, and I think my autism really made me a lot more creative, to the point where I find it like a pretty positive thing, whereas I used to find it a really negative thing. And I do think as well that autism has gifted me with a lot of experiences, and also a lot of, you know, like ways to be creative that most people wouldn't really know, odd things that most people wouldn't really know. But I think also with photography as well, it makes me more creative, it makes me more odd in a sense. And that's why with recreating movie scenes, I don't see anybody doing that. I'm like, I may as well do that and just do my own personal life stories about them, about how they make me feel and all those type of things. And that's how autism has made me more creative with my photography, and how if you do have autism or you don't have special needs, photography can make you more creative than anything, especially with your camera and what you do with it and the intention you have behind it.